Now, ImageLine has just released their newest update to FL Studio called the 2025 version, and with it have come a handful of unique updates. Some features are definitely better than others by like a landslide, like the clip editing features that allow you to declutter your workspace and stop that whole make this unique kind of workflow. Then there's also the loop starters, which I think aren't actually that bad. I feel like a lot of people are underestimating how good they can be for beginners or people who are just beat blocked. And then of course there are some interesting updates. I wouldn't call the new AI chatbot bad, but it's like nobody really asked for Gopher, and I can't really see the use case for it. But there was one feature that I noticed that kind of stood out despite all these other features that they added, which was the 500 mixer slots. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably haven't used more than like 30 or 40 mixers in like your biggest projects. So I was wondering really who is the target audience for 500 mixer slots? And this curiosity really stuck with me for a few days, until one morning I was eating breakfast and I was having these Reese's Puffs, and I thought about it. You're giving every user 500 mixer slots, each with 10 inserts each, amounting to 5,000 individual effects if you really loaded the whole thing. And so that thought slowly transformed into, is it even possible to have 5,000 VSTs all loaded up at once without your PC going boom? Then I started thinking, you know, my PC not even that bad. Maybe I could do it. And so that's where the idea for this entire video spawned in. And despite the tedium of constantly adding reverb, not to spoil the video, but the final sound that we got was very interesting. And I don't think you'll be expecting what it's gonna sound like. So with that, let me jump into FL Studio and load up these 10,000 reverbs. We're in FL Studio 2025, and as you can see, if I scroll all the way down in the mixer, we have 125 inserts. And if I go a little bit further, you can see this add button, and yeah, you have to spam click it, and you can go all the way to 500 supposedly. What I want to do, I'm gonna maybe open up like Keyscape, because I know the pianos in here you can turn the reverb off of them. I'll turn the reverb off, and I'm gonna just put a regular C note. And so this is what 0 reverbs sound like. Okay, pretty standard. Now I'm gonna route this to track 1, and on here I'm just gonna put the default Fruity Reverb 2. And so this is what 1 reverb sounds like. You can't really hear it. It's like there, but it's not really. Now I'm gonna add 4 more. Let's go 4 more. We'll go to 5. My 5 reverbs here. And so this is what 5 reverbs sound like. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So now if I just do this 5 more times. All right, here we go. 10 reverbs versus 1 piano. Okay. So now we're in like a big room reverb. From here, it's easy but a little tedious. I can just route to the next track over. And if you go File, Save Mixer Track State, we now have 20 reverbs. So 20 reverbs sounds like. Damn! Okay. I'll be honest, that scared me a little bit. I was not expecting it to be that loud. And I suppose the only thing I should do from here is just do it again. So let me jump up to like 30. I'm gonna keep the volume at like 30%, okay? I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this for me. I can tank the sound. I'm doing it for you. 30 reverbs. The reverb tail is crazy. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna render this out so that we can have like a side-by-side comparison of what it looks like, the waveform. So this is what we got. This tail here is kind of sick. To all my ambient pros, here's some new sauce. You put 30 reverbs on your piano and you get a nice little ambience. So I'm gonna rename this. I'm gonna call this 30 reverbs, and I'm gonna do what any sane person would do. And we're gonna go to 50. 50 reverbs. Here we go. Damn! Holy fuck! Oh my god, it's still going. I'm starting to see the pattern here, and I'm really not confident for how this is gonna end up. And so from here, I said we cut the bullshit and we go straight to 100. All right, here we go. 100. You can see it on all 10 mixer tracks here. For this one, I'm gonna render it before we do anything. All right, we got 100, and for some reason, it just cuts off over here. It just completely like, I don't know what happened. Brace your ears. What a fucking waveform, bro. Look at that. Look at that beauty. All right, I've had enough. I'm curious. You can see the color kind of... Oh. I don't think it's gonna get much more different from here. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to 200, and that's gonna take me a second. So I'm gonna just fast forward this for you. But you know what? What the fuck? What the fuck? Where's the noise? Oh, I played it. Wait, what? I have this shit muted. Bro, my FL Studio's possessed. Did you see that? My shit's possessed. Okay, it's gone. I'm gonna slowly bring them back in. Okay, you seen that. You seen that. What's happening? I guess my guess would be maybe the reverbs are adding noise? Or when you amplify it by like 200, I assume, yeah. Something's going on here. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mute it because I don't want my ears to be destroyed. I'm gonna turn this on and I'm gonna render this up. So this way we can just see it without this extra sound in the mixer. For some reason, I'm not sure what happened here, but it seems to have shortened itself by a significant amount. I'm not sure if it's the way I rendered it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring this pattern one out here and I'm gonna render with a long tail to see if it's the consolidation that's causing it to be short or it's some kind of reverb related issue. Okay, I see. So it is my rendering that's causing the problem. This is 200 reverbs. Brace yourselves. I'm at 25%. All right. Something's happening here. Ooh. This is so stupid. I don't know why I thought it would be something different. I thought it would just be like a really, really big reverb, you know? I'm sure there's somebody out there who's extremely smart and understands how reverbs work. But for right now, my monkey brain is telling me let's push it to 500. All right, we're at 500. And as you can see at the top, my beautiful red bar says 100% CPU. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a really, really long tail here and I'm gonna render it out. Oh my god, my PC is lagging. I just want to see if there is a tail, something similar to how we had it here. And oh man, holy shit, it's 60 megabytes. What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you serious, bro? I just spent like 10 minutes just yapping to myself waiting for this, and this is how it shows up. So first things first, before I unmute, I have to turn off a lot of these reverbs because my CPU, as you can see, is at 100. I have about 500 reverbs loaded into my PC, and I don't have a NASA computer. I think 53 should be solid. I'm gonna turn the volume back up. If you've seen my last video, it was the using 14 VSTs you never heard of. I had a very similar problem like this where let me open up an EQ here. Now somebody told me that the reason why this happens is because there's some kind of DC offset, but I'm really curious if this is gonna work. Here we go. 500 reverbs. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, it crashed. Well, that happened earlier than I thought. Thank God for reverting to last back. Just scared the fuck out of me, bro. All right, here we go. 500 reverbs. Yo, this could be tough for like some hard style. Tell me this would not be crazy in like those gym edit funk edits that would do some shit like this. I could make a beat out of this. All right, anyways, let me stop bullshitting. All right, so that's our 500 reverbs. If you really care about some intermediates, let's hit the big guns. 1,000. All right, bro, what's happening? Am I doing something wrong? Why are they getting shorter? Like, this is significantly shorter than the last one. Once again, I feel like this is kind of outside of my knowledge range. That said, though, I'm gonna mute all these tracks so I can get below 100% CPU usage. Okay, we're gonna live with 85 CPU. All right, here we go. 1,000 reverbs. What? Why is there no audio? This is what 1,000 reverbs sound like. I don't know why it's not. Oh, okay. So now it wants to play in here. All right. Well, I mean, it's about what I expected. Right. The sound is like, it's almost like it's moving backwards. Like if you look at these waveforms, right? This main area here where there's like a little dip, it's like, looks like it's over here now. And you can see that with all of these ones as well. You can see this reverb buildup has slowly moved back further and further, which is interesting because I would think that since the reverb is still being applied after the piano is played, it would still keep this very similar pattern. It would just get louder over time. But all that's left now, if we're being real, is to mute up and go to 5K. And that's gonna be significantly more tedious because I have to sit here, and for some reason they decided that we're gonna make it per click, and then we're not gonna make it press and hold. So I'm gonna sit here with my my wireless mouse. I'm just gonna spam this for a little bit. I'm gonna speed this up, okay? Well, the earbuds I had were, oh shit, this crashed. And I've heard the saying, being a, oh my god, bro. I have plenty of people, bro. So I went to get some ice cream. I just came up with the most phenomenal idea. So my current problem, as you just saw, is I can only get to about 300 some reverbs before my project crashes. And I realized the solution is so easy. Instead of running all 5,000 reverbs at once, I can just run, let's say I'm at 3,000 right now, right? I can just run 3,000 and just route the 3,000, this little stem here, this waveform. I can just run it right back through. I'm gonna get back to you guys when I do that. So give me a second. No, you did not crash again, bro. Are you? Now this should be, if I remember correctly, it should be 3,470 reverbs. Oh, this one has a strange start here. It's not going right away. Here we go. Wow, it's literally just, it's getting progressively more and more just a straight buzz or a ring. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna bring this one in here and I'm gonna route this to track 1. Now, when I render this out again, what we're gonna get is a reverb of 6,940. Did that on the spot. Is that not impressive? The PC is struggling very much, but the good news is I now have our final 2 reverbs. This is 6,940 reverbs. It kind of got this like metallic ring now. Like it almost has like a transient, like a. It's like a kick there. Like this could be hardstyle. Like we're getting closer and closer. Like if I cut this up, and maybe I made this one unique, up like 4. All right. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. 10,410 reverbs. Here we go. Crazy. You know, I'm actually surprised how much the sound shifted near the end. Like these last few, the sound has shifted. Like if I listen to this versus this, it's like wow. I mean, now my curiosity's peaked. Like what happens if I go 20,000, 30,000? I will see you in the next video next week or the week after or something like that. I don't know, whatever.